everybody. This is Kiran Gangi again with another episode of the Retail Price Talk. With me, I have a very special guest, Maxim Morozov. He's the founder and CEO of Retail Grid, an AI powered workspace built to bring serious pricing intelligence to mid market retailers. He spent 2 decades inside the retail pricing world through IBM and Demand Tech, where our paths have crossed. I think we have like more than 200 common friends. And also, he went on to Go Profit, which won the IDC's Top 10 Retail Optimization Solution Award before being acquired by Digital Wave Technologies. And he's now taking everything he's learned at that enterprise end and rebuilding it for the segment that's been underserved for years now. The 10 million to 500 million e-commerce and omni-channel retailers who have the data but not the team. Maxim, welcome to Retail Price Talk.
Super. I'm really thank you, Kieran, for having me today. Hello, everybody. Let me introduce myself. I'm Maxim, the founder of Retail Grid. I'm like Kieran said already, like almost 20 years in retail tech space and pricing specifically. I have a mixed background, so I have worked in big corporations like Nielsen and IBM, where I learned, learned the space, learned on different roles. So I was in sales, I was in customer success, and product roles. I did a lot of projects in the past in price optimization and retail pricing transformation projects, so different angles. And after I decided to move to the dark side of that business, so to the startup and entrepreneurship. So I have built already like two companies by myself, and Retail Grid is my third retail tech company. In retail tech in AI space, I get a lot of awards in the past as a like AI entrepreneur. So yeah, so today I'm happy to talk about like Retail Grid, but maybe about the pricing in general, right? Where it's going, what is the future, about the trends, right? Very open to discuss that.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for being here, Maxim. A very quick question so that everybody here is kind of aligned with what to expect. What would you call is your main area of expertise? Are you more of a consultant? Are you more of a mathematician? Are you more of a technology person? Are you more of a, business architect? How do you call yourself?
I think that my main it's a very good question. First of all, I did many different things in this retail space, but now I feel that the main expertise is like a product ownership, product management. It means that definitely I have a good understanding of like algorithms, of data science, like pricing, demand science. I have good experience of implementing projects of like customer success and the implementation manager role. So I know how to put this solution, whatever it is, to the client hands and make it running, which is sometimes very challenging. So, but now I feel that within my like chief executive role and company building role, I feel that I'm building products, right? I'm focusing mostly on to listening to my clients, to prospects and the users, and also a little bit visionary, see where the market's going, like in general, and just try to build a new gen product, right? To see the gap and just to address this gap, right, on the market with it. So yeah, this is product role, product strategy role, product vision role. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent combination. And if you also spend a lot of time in different parts of the world, whether it is as a consumer or somebody who's working on the business. So, what are you focusing on right now, Maxim? And then tell me about what kind of pains your clients or your potential market is looking at right now. What is it that is really bothersome in today's world and where we are addressing today?
Yeah, I think that to answer it properly, we need to make a step back a little bit to see maybe to talk a little bit about the market itself, of the pricing solutions. We are we are together like following that, right, the evolution of that market for last many years, and we see that how it's evolving, and from very like startup technology in 90s, maybe, when only US big retailers started to implement price optimization solutions, which came also from airline industry, right, and the dynamic pricing cases. So for last 20 years, I think the market from very niche market, it now becomes a multi-billion market, very segmented. You can find hundreds of vendors, you can find hundreds of use cases, and yeah, so it's not anymore too small. It's still not too big, but it's still quite mature market, I think.
Yeah.
And in general, I think the pricing solutions in retail become commodity. Nothing wrong with it, which is which is good. It means that they work and there is a high acceptance rate. But it very different geography by geography, like use case by use case, customer retail size, retail vertical. So I think the market is going through the segmentation, right? So you can find solutions specifically for fashion, specifically for mid-size fashion, for mid-size fashion in one country.
Right. Right.
So it's a normal, right, normal market growth. Yeah, yeah. So coming back to what I'm doing now, I think that there is a new big trend which is started together with all AI revolution, let me call it that way, right? ChatGPT and Claude and other LLM system, etc. So it's called Agentic, right? So Agentic pricing, Agentic software. So it means that the way how you work in with solution with software is changing. It's not only about pricing software, but any software now. So we are changing the way how the user experience, right, is changing in general. There is inertia, of course. It's not it will not happen in one day, but yeah, this is what I'm really interested in, and
Yeah.
I want to be part of that journey. Honestly, like other entrepreneurs now who are like jumping into that water and trying to build something, we're at the very beginning. At the same time, we all feel that it's a big change, right? It's a big change, and the next 5 years, the whole software industry is changed, will be changed, and the user experience will be changed. It's not only how we use the software, but how the software is built, right? Algorithms behind that, everything. So yeah, so we are now at the beginning. We are trying to capture first early birds
Yeah.
to become the early bird of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. On one end, we have like these large solution providers like, ERP, it could be like
Yeah.
analytics package. Those have evolved so much and they become really good. At the same time, the way retailers work these days has also changed. In many parts of the world, it's completely unlike how it was just a few years ago. So there is a mismatch between what the industry has to offer versus what the retailers today could be anywhere from a large retailer trying to survive in a new world, or it could be like a young kid who just started a company to sell exotic honey and is doing fantastic business across Europe. So there are like very different kinds of customers. Where do you see a solution for what is relevant for the market coming from, Maxim? What could be the evolution here?
I think the one of biggest outcomes of that change is that enterprise software is getting very fast commodity. So think about pricing enterprise software. So to build like first solution, it took years, and you need to have the good dev team. You need to have data science algorithms. You need to have so many different things, and it was super expensive, and only top 1% really used it. So yeah, it started to change, but now it's changed completely. I mean, so generally you can build the simple pricing software, dynamic pricing software in 1 week, maybe in some days, which you can deploy it and go live very quickly. That creates definitely the challenge, but also the opportunity, right? So it means that if we take the biggest industry in the world, retail industry is the biggest one by revenue, by by everything, right? By number of people working there. It's a really big industry, highly competitive. So that gives a huge opportunity for mid-size and small retailers to use solutions which they never could afford. They never could compete against, like really big retailers. I don't know, Walmart, but it could be any big retailer, which has a lot of resources, IT resources, knowledge, right, data,
Marketing teams.
marketing, everything, right? It's not
Yeah.
comparable if you are a supermarket chain in the one state or one country, you have like 20 stores, and for you it's super hard to compete, right, in marketing and sales and pricing, everything. But now it's changing, so the small and medium, they can get power of really big, and they don't need to have lots of resources, money, time, and people to start applying really high-end technologies.
I'm with you. I think it makes sense. It's kind of like a leveling of a playing field. A very small, one store or like 10 product online retailer can get the same level of accuracy or like a very high level of accuracy compared to what a large retailer can do when it comes to pricing, promotion, forecasting,
Mhm.
or what assortment to carry. All of that analysis is well within the reach of a small to mid-sized retailer. But at the same time, they are managing a lot of complex, operational issues. I opened my own retail store and I realized it the hard way back in 2011 that analytics is not the same as operations. Now, what suggestion would you have for somebody like a mid-sized retailer or a smaller retailer is to, if they were to spend the next couple of weeks, or if they go into a meeting next Monday morning and bring the whole team and, "Hey, look, these are some of the initiatives we're going to pull up," what would you recommend they should start?
Yeah, I think first of all, we all should basic recommendation to stay calm, because I see that there is a lot of buzz, and FOMO, because every day now you see those posts like Claude kills this, ChatGPT kills this, and you start to feel that you are missing something immediately. You need to do something, but you don't know what to start with. Yeah, I think we should keep doing what we did before, solve real problems, and use technologies which help us today with our real life, not trying to copy something on just to follow some hype. It's always not a good
Yeah.
solution, I think, to follow the hype. But regarding another like trade-off, I think that this is the trade-off of this year, honestly, is to build or buy. What you Because now, before it was trade-off of big companies, they were thinking, okay, we have IT, huge IT department. Why we are buying enterprise software? They can just develop it, right? And there was always trade-off. Okay, it could be tailor-made, but it's like hard to support. Best practices or different pro and cons, and big retailers, they always in that dilemma, right? What to do? But now this dilemma comes to middle size.
Right.
Yeah, mid-size retailer, they have maybe a small IT, but even small IT say, hey, we can vibe code now any solution. So don't go there. Yes or no? So I think that you should always evaluate the worst of it. I would say total cost of ownership,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, something it's good to do, something could be really built very quickly. But I would say again, stay calm and let's calculate. Let's be data driven, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, we can build it in 1 week, but who will be supporting it, right?
Right.
How we accumulate best practices. So like what about consulting, right? Part. So there are other aspects, not just the code writing. Code writing is cheap, we all know that now. It's getting cheaper and cheaper. Yes, you could write the code, but the solution is not only the code, right? It's also how it could be implemented into your process, right? And how it can help to solve the real problem with your real people. Because okay, you have your people category managers, your pricing analysts, your teams. Are they ready to switch? They are now in spreadsheets. They love them. why they should start learning a new solution. Do they have time for it?
Right.
Do they have willing for it? So there are many different questions. So I would say there is no one like a typical consulting answer. It all depends, right? It
Yep.
all
Yep.
depends. Yeah, but uh, but definitely there is an opportunity now to solve some problems, which, like for example, price optimization. Oh, Kieran, you're in that. It's a very complex thing, right? You need to have a model. You need to have a data. It's not easy, right? And maybe before it was only the luxury of big guys. Now I think mid-sized retailers can apply machine learning in pricing.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, sometimes it is like you could say, for example, you can use Claude to find the exact procedure to do a heart operation, but you wouldn't do it because it's very critical data, and then a business can go out of business if you don't have the right support. But at the same time, a single doctor becomes so much more powerful with access to all of these new AI systems that with his a little bit of experience and guidance, a lot more can be done with all of these. Basically, it's like in the movie Avatar, where these humans get, humongous power like robots. That is definitely possible in the business world today. Tell me about your approach you're taking at Retail Grid. I thought it was very, very interesting how you don't have to literally, make an investment into a software for the next 10 years or 1 year even, and you can simply go from your spreadsheets to trying new solutions one at a time. And then this could be a very good no risk, but at the same time jump into whatever is the latest and the hottest technology. How does it work?
Yeah, I can explain the vision and how I come to that vision. So first of all, I learned a new tool by myself called from another industry called Clay. It's from lead generation industry. So I was really like impressed by it, because Clay in lead generation also changed the paradigm a little bit. It's like a spreadsheet where you can connect your data, you can get market data, external data, you can use LinkedIn data. So it's super easy to use and very powerful because of like a lot of integrations. So, and I started to think, okay, in my industry, in retail, in many cases, it's also like that. You need to solve the problem. You need to connect many different, tools, solutions, practices, and the data to make the decision. For example, pricing decision or assortment decision, promo decision, supply chain decision. It's not one box. You can just one button. You can just click here and it works. It's always a combination of different data sources and models and internal and external data. And also, in the parallel, I was running the consulting project for one big retailer. And while we were talking to them, like I was asking something, they were answering me about their process and building the model, building the product. I realized that probably with AI now, the way how you talk to Claude, how you talk to ChatGPT, we can build also the solution for retailers where they can also build, like from Lego, they can build the solution they need. For example, I don't know, they need to optimize prices. Okay, you can put your data, you can use our grid. It's our the concept of spreadsheet. You can enrich this data with market data. You can embed the model, for example, machine learning or data science. You can use open source. You can your own. So you like connect everything into one space, and after you can get what you need, and it will be like best in class and very tailor made.
Excellent.
Or
I
the
think I
pricing
think
strategy. Yeah, or the pricing strategy. So you have lots of questions about the strategy. What are my competitors? What are my KVI products? What are my product roles for categories? So what I should do, like in terms of the promo and regular price balance, omnichannel pricing strategy, it's lots of questions,
Yeah.
right? So again, to answer those questions, you need data, you need model, you need market data, and at the end you need to get a deck. Like you need to get a PDF for the deck which tell you the story, right? What big four consultants are doing, right? They're telling you the story about your business. So okay, it's another agent. So I started to think, okay, we should build this toolbox where you can just run different agents and solve different problems.
No, excellent. I think it's a great place for a mid-sized retailers, just like you said, to try out what the big guys have always held close to their heart, and now
Yeah, yeah.
it's available for them within reach. So any of our listeners want to get in touch with you, Maxim, what would be a good way with you or Retail Grid? How do they find you?
Retail Grid contact form, LinkedIn. I'm super happy, very active user of LinkedIn. So just message me, email, or yeah, I can leave all the contacts under that video when we repost it, and they can contact me. Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds good. We will do the same. So thank you again for joining us, Maxim. It was a very interesting episode for me, and hopefully all of our audience will find it equally interesting as well. With the Rapid Pricer, we now have a new service called Intelligence as a Service, along with our SaaS, basically, to what we were talking earlier, Maxim. A lot of times there is a need to build a new algorithm, and the new algorithm is what we develop based on the unique situations. And our target market is usually a little bit of large retailers, more than 2 billion in revenue. Just for our listeners to be updated about what we do, and we do leave behind the algorithm something as a license, which will work for a while, of course, until the new technology comes again, and then you'll have to do all over again. But thank you very much, Maxine. You bring a new perspective to our world of pricing. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Karam. Nice to be here.
Thank you.
See you again.
See you.